Hello, and welcome to our advanced presentation of the Fairfax County Site-Specific Plan Amendment Process, or SSPA, for Mason District. The purpose of this presentation is to begin sharing planning staff's considerations and preliminary recommendations for each nomination during the screening phase. We will talk briefly about nomination screening and communicate the considerations staff are making during this phase of the process. Due to the ongoing COVID-19 health emergency, the SSPA process will continue virtually, including a series of staff presentations provided in advance of public task force meeting dates. These advanced presentations will assist in sharing information publicly and facilitate both task force and public review ahead of each meeting. Beginning August 5th, future Mason District Task Force meetings will be held virtually via Cisco's WEBEX meeting platform. Registration for these meetings can be found by following the links to the SSPA webpage listed on screen. Let's talk briefly about the screening phase within the SSPA process, what it is, and most importantly, what decisions are being made at this stage. The screening phase is the first step in the SSPA process where proposed changes to the county's comprehensive plan are assessed by staff from the county's Department of Planning and Development, alongside a district task force comprised of local residents and property owners. The screening phase will help the Board of Supervisors determine which nominations should receive additional analysis and consideration by county staff and placement on the county's 2021 Plan Amendment Work Program. This program provides extended study of each nomination by county staff before offering a recommendation for amending the comprehensive plan. The primary question we're tasked with answering today is whether each nomination should be added to the county's 2021 Plan Amendment Work Program. This will be the focus of the task force and staff for our upcoming meetings. Please note that this does not include rendering support or approval of a potential plan amendment or rezoning. Criteria by which the task force and staff assess a nomination during the screening phase should consider whether the proposal is contrary to adopted county policy and/or if additional analysis is warranted to better understand a proposal's impacts. Following task force consideration, both staff and the task force recommendation will be presented before the Planning Commission for a public hearing. The Planning Commission will consider each recommendation along with public input and provide a third recommendation to be heard by the county's Board of Supervisors. The board will vote to determine which nominations to include on the county's 2021 work program. This entire process occurs during the screening phase. After the screening process concludes, staff will work with the task force to further study and assess the merits of the nominations adopted onto the work program. Please note that due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, the time frames for each phase of the process may vary. For the 2020 South County SSPA process, a total of 6 nominations were submitted within the Mason District, 4 in the northern portion of the district surrounding the Seven Corners Community Business Center, and 2 in the southern portion of the district within the Annandale Community Business Center. Our first advanced presentation and second task force meeting will focus on 2 nominations, PC 19-MA-001 First Christian Church and PC 19-MA-003, which includes a series of residential properties along Arlington Boulevard. To discuss these nominations further, I'd like to turn it over to my colleague, Jennifer Garcia.
PC 19-MA-003 consists of 7 parcels located at 6420 through 6443 Arlington Boulevard and 6420 Spring Terrace to the west of the Seven Corners Community Business Center. The nomination area is a total of approximately 4.4 acres in size. The nomination area is part of the Hillwood subdivision. 6 of the parcels have frontage along the Service Drive on the south side of Arlington Boulevard and are located between Beechwood Lane and Aspen Lane. 1 parcel is the corner lot of Aspen Lane and Spring Terrace. The area to the south of the subject properties is developed with single-family detached use as part of the Hillwood subdivision. The area on the west side of Beechwood Lane is also developed with single-family detached uses. The area on the east side of Aspen Lane contains single-family detached and attached uses that are part of the Hillwood and Seven Oaks subdivisions. The properties across from the subject area on the north side of Arlington Boulevard are within the Seven Corners Community Business Center and are planned for a mix of uses. The development includes the Lauren Apartments and a Hampton Inn hotel. The Comprehensive Land Use Plan Map recommends residential use at a density of 2 to 3 dwelling units per acre. The nomination area is within the Area 1 volume of the Comprehensive Plan, Jefferson Planning District, Sleepy Hollow Community Planning Sector. Site-specific plan text recommends the retention of single-family residential use and discourages commercial encroachment. The nomination proposes to amend the comprehensive plan by adding an option for assisted living, nursing care, or memory care use up to 90,000 square feet, or a floor area ratio of up to 0.48. Staff has concerns about the proposed intensity in an area surrounded by predominantly single-family use. The configuration of the nomination area also raises concern about the ability to establish a compatible building height and transition in scale to the surrounding low-density residential uses. After staff's assessment for the screening phase of the process, staff does not recommend the addition of nomination PC 19-MA-003 to the Comprehensive Plan Amendment Work Program. PC 19-MA-001 is located at 6165 Leesburg Pike, just outside of the Seven Corners Community Business Center. Nominations PC 19-MA-002 and PC 19-MA-006 are located to the east of the subject property on the northeast side of Leesburg Pike. The nomination area is 1 parcel that is approximately 6.84 acres. It is developed with a place of worship, First Christian Church of Falls Church. Surrounding the site are residential uses, including the Chateau condominiums and single-family attached residential uses to the northwest and single-family detached residential uses behind the subject property to the southwest. The parcel to the east is developed with a funeral home. The area across from the nomination on the northeast side of Leesburg Pike is developed with the Jefferson apartment building and garden-style apartments. The Comprehensive Land Use Plan Map recommends this property for public facilities, governmental, and institutional uses. The nomination area is in the Area 1 volume of the Comprehensive Plan, Bailey's Planning District, Barcroft Community Planning Sector. The concept for future development recommends areas within the Barcroft Community Planning Sector develop as suburban neighborhoods. Infill development should be of a compatible use, type, and intensity and in accordance with policy plan guidance. There is no site-specific plan text for the parcel. The nomination proposes amending the comprehensive plan by adding an option for up to 113 age-restricted independent living units or up to 100,000 square feet of development and up to 5,000 square feet of medical or general office. The nomination also proposes expanding the existing place of worship to up to 27,500 square feet. The total development potential proposed is approximately 132,500 square feet. The nomination aligns with Objective 5 within the housing element of the policy plan, which states that the county should increase the supply of housing available to the low-income elderly population and specifically encourages multifamily housing for the elderly that is conveniently located to public transportation and community services. Stormwater management best practices and ways to improve environmental conditions should be carefully considered. Site and building design elements related to stormwater runoff, detention or retention, tree cover, impervious surfaces, and landscaping should be primary considerations if the nomination is added to the work program. Transitions in building height and scale and other compatibility considerations, such as buffering, should be addressed, particularly for the portions of the site adjacent to single-family detached residential use. Analysis that includes impacts assessments for PC 19-MA-002 and 006 is recommended to understand the collective impact to Leesburg Pike and the surrounding transportation network and other potential systems or networks. After staff's assessment for the screening phase of the process, staff recommends that nomination PC-MA-001 is added to the Comprehensive Plan Amendment Work Program for further analysis. Staff also recommends a cumulative assessment with PC-MA-002 and 006.
Thanks, Jen. So what comes next? Our next Mason District SSPA Task Force meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, August 5th at 7 p.m. To attend, please visit our SSPA Track a Nomination webpage to register via the WEBEX virtual meeting platform. When you reach the SSPA Track a Nomination webpage, scroll down to see the Mason District Task Force list of meeting dates. The meeting registration link can be found here under the WebEx meeting link column. For new WebEx users, a WebEx attendee guide can be found here under the New to WebEx meeting section. If you have further questions or would like additional information regarding the Mason District SSPA nominations or the SSPA process, we're happy to assist you. We appreciate your time and look forward to your continued participation in the 2020 South County SSPA process. Thank you.